What's up, basketball fans? This will be 2009-2010 NBA Eastern Conference playoff predictions. Without further ado, let's get the ball rolling. I apologize for being late. I have the picks in, but real life comes first. I have the Miami Heat struggling like crazy, but they will grab the last playoff spot at number 8. Yeah, they picked up a few players such as Quentin Richardson, but it's going to come down to the supporting cast of Dwayne Wade. And I have a bad feeling that they're not going to give him much help. I mean, Jermaine O'Neal, he's totally past his prime. It's only a matter of time before he retires. Okay? Michael Beasley, ugh. I mean, off-season problems, psychological, suicidal, and it just looks bad, but they'll find a way to get in the playoffs. Number 7, Chicago Bulls. They looked pretty good last night against the San Antonio Spurs. They really do. They look good. But losing Ben Gordon to Detroit, free agent signing, is going to hurt them more than they realize. They had acquired some players, but it's going to come down to, how balanced can they be, and the pressure is definitely on Derrick Rose to get this team, the Chicago Bulls, back into the playoffs. So I have them at number 7. Number 6, I have the Toronto Raptors. You got GM Brian Colangelo doing his thing, spending crap load of money to overhaul the rosters in a whole 10 yards. I mean, they got the biggest acquisition is Helu Turkoglu. I don't know why Orlando Magic let him go in the first place, but hey, that's just them. They got Jarrett Jack, Amir Johnson, Antoine Wright, Reggie Evans, and a rookie. So, I mean, they got pieces in place. They still have Chris Bosh. I have a feeling it's going to come down to defense. I mean, they didn't play well at all defensively. They kind of remind me of the Phoenix Suns. I mean, just run and gun a little bit, but it's going to come down to defense with the Toronto Raptors. I think they will play enough defense to get to the playoffs and grab the number 6 seed. That's just me. Number 5, Atlanta Hawks. This team is they're amazing, man. I mean, they always push the Boston Celtics to 7 games. I mean, well, not always. I mean, a couple years ago, everyone written them off, including me. They took the Boston Celtics to the 7 games in the first round before losing. They're a really good team. They're a really good team. They drafted Jeff Teague, picked up Jamal Crawford. All offense, no defense. Joe Smith. I wonder how he's going to perform in the ATL. And they still got the underrated player in the NBA with Joe Johnson in the whole 10 yards. It's going to come down to a couple things. The head coach, Mike Woodson, pushing the right buttons. Joe Smith, I mean, he's nothing more than a dunker, but he knows how to play defense, I'll tell you that. But you do have one of the ugliest jump shots I ever seen. So I just see the Atlanta Hawks grabbing the number 5 seed. Number 4, I have the Washington Wizards. I did have them at between 7 or 8. They still can't play defense, but I have a feeling that they're going to step their game up a bit this year and do some great things. That's their concern, is playing defense and keeping everybody healthy. Gilbert Arenas, aka Agent Zero, has been out. Brendan Haywood been injured. I mean, key players has been injured, and they just got to find a way to stay healthy. They won't have Antoine Jameson for the next few weeks with an injured shoulder. So I mean, Washington Wizards got a nice looking team, and I have a feeling that if Gilbert Arenas stays healthy, get back to his old self, and don't go Chad Johnson or Chad Ochocinco like he'd been in the past few years, the Wizards will make some noise in the playoffs. They will make some noise in the playoffs. That's why they're going to be at number 4 seed. Number 3, I know it's going to upset some fans. I have Orlando Magic at number 3. I'm not disrespecting them in any way, shape, or form. I want to see if they can really get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm very interested. I mean, they trade away a few players to the New Jersey Nets and got Vince Carter. They picked up a couple more players as well. I want to see if Vince Carter is motivated. To me, still the softest player to ever come out of North Carolina. That's just me. He hasn't done anything since leaving Toronto. Sure, he can score, but hey, you're going to have to do more than just that. What else? They got Matt Barnes, Ryan Anderson, Brandon Bass from Dallas Mavericks. He's really good. Watch out for him. And they re-signed the backup center, Markin Gotot. So they will be without Rashard Lewis in the first 10 games because of the testosterone drug test that he failed. So I just want to see how they're going to adjust. I want to see how Orlando Magic performs. I want to see how good they really are. I want to see Dwight Howard, have a offensive game instead of just dunking the ball all the time and make some free throws. He's starting to look like Shaquille O'Neal, but he has a better looking form than Shaquille O'Neal. Number 2, I have the Sealand Cavaliers, aka Cleveland Cavaliers. Well, not much to say about them. They kept most of the players, but they added Jamario Moon, Anthony Parker, and Shaquille O'Neal, the big Cavalier. Most people feel it would be low risk, high reward bringing Shaquille O'Neal, but I have a feeling it's going to end up in the same situation like the Phoenix Suns. He's going to clog up the lane. It's going to take away LeBron James' ability to get the ball to the rack, and it's going to expose him to jump shooting. He's going to be shooting the ball, and that's not his strength. Well, it's one of his weaknesses, not if the biggest weakness. So I'm not hating on the Cleveland Cavaliers, none of that. No. It's just they got to prove to me that they can get back to the Eastern Conference Finals as well. I mean, with every team, health is always going to be an issue no matter what. But with the Cleveland Cavaliers, they got issues with Delonte West, psychological problems, LeBron James versus everybody else while his supporting cast is sitting there taking pictures like, ooh, yeah, look at him going to the basket, throwing it down. Yeah. They gotta hold their end of the deal as well. Everyone had the Cleveland Cavaliers penciled in and represent the NBA Finals as Eastern Conference champions. We'll find out soon enough, won't we? That's why you play the game. Number 1, Boston Celtics. Not much to say either. They only picked up Rasheed Wallace, Marquise Daniels. They kept most of the rosters and got rid of Stephon Marbury. I don't know why they signed him last year in the first place. It was weird to see him in the playoffs in the second round. It's going to come down to health, including Kevin Garnett's knee. Come down to Rasheed Wallace. Can he be the man if Kevin Garnett goes out? The supporting cast of the Celtics, they're going to do their thing. It's going to come down to two things. Rasheed Wallace stepping it up and Kevin Garnett. If he goes out, the Boston Celtics go down. So I see them getting the number 1 seed. They still got Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Rajon Rondo. Going to be the best point guard in the league. And that's all I got. Thank you for logging in and listening. And I am